Yeah, man. So I'm gonna make this quick, man. I'm about to clock out of work soon. Um, Shout out to all my Brooklynites. Shout out to all my real right. You know what I'm saying? New York people out there, all my real right peoples out there that's doing a thing, you know what I mean, that's really, really prospering and really making it out there, making a difference, really doing the right thing, you know what I mean, keeping their head above water. Shout out to all my traditional real hip hop heads. Shout out to the big homie Hove, Young Yacht, Young Mediterranean. You know him as many other names. Um, Shout out to the Queen, Mrs. Brooklyn B. Shout out to the Beehive. I'm not in the Beehive circle, but I definitely respect them because they the true definition of when it come down to a squad or when it come down to them representing a people's standing by each other and standing for what's right and really protecting a well-known individual, celebrity or not, that they know deep in their heart that's official, that is that person for real. And they respect it tremendously, and I respect them for that, man. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Be, of course. Shout out to like I said, all my Brooklyn Knights, you know what I mean? Shout out to East New York. Shout out to the Star, Crown Heights, et cetera, et cetera. Shout out to the whole New York, New York. Um, Other than that, I'm about to jump into it. I'm just a regular old average Joe, from Brooklyn, East New York, born and raised, you know what I mean? Been there, done that in the streets. Real talk, you know what I mean? I ain't even gotta fake the funk, or I ain't even gotta go down my little list, personal list. That's neither here nor there, and that's nobody's concern. The fact of the matter is I turned my life around and I'm doing things that I gotta do that's for the better, the better me, and to continue the better things for my family. But this right here, this little segment, it's about the bullshit that's going on with this cat. I'm seeing this shit all over the blogs, all over I'm at work, remind you. I'm listening and no bullshit. This ain't got nothing to do with Trick Daddy and Jay. But that's my big homie. Like, I don't know him personally, but he's the big homie, and he represent the borough that I'm born and raised in. You feel me? And that man is very inspiring. The words that he come up with, the shit that he breaks down, breaks down, put it back together, and have you really in deep thought when you listening to his flow. You know what I mean? His words. It's amazing. It's very amazing. So shout out to you, Ho, once again, and you definitely very inspirational, man. And speaking of him, like, it ain't had nothing to do with no Trick Daddy or Jay. Like, I'm listening to my Bible, which is Reasonable Doubt, facts. Personally, to me, you know what I mean. That's my personal opinion. Out of all his albums, Reasonable Doubt is my Bible. So when I'm at work, I'm always bumping that. And one of my favorite tracks is Bring It On. You know what I mean? With him, Jazzo, Sauce Money. You know what I mean? That shit is fire. Super classic. I be bumping Nas too. I be bumping It Was Written, Illmatic. I be tapping into that. I listen to a lot of Jada, Styles P, Chic. I'm one of those traditional true definition of what a hip hop head is. You know what I mean? As far as like a true fan and listener, like that true hardcore East Coast flow. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to each his own. The guys that be rhyming nowadays, especially the ones where you can't barely understand nothing that they saying. You know what I mean? Real. You know what I mean? To each his own. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking them like that. It's just that personally for me, I can't get with nothing like that. You know what I mean? I gotta understand exactly what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I just can't just listen to something that I only can dance to, like if we in a club and that's it. Nah, I gotta really, really like listen and you know, really get in tune mentally. But anyway, so yeah, like, I'm at work and I'm just seeing mad shit popping up crazy. about, this dude Trick and coming at, Jay and his wife, like, and I'm saying to myself, like, yo, like, I never had nothing against Trick. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Shout out to JT, Jordan Towers. Shout out to Lovely T. Shout out to Pam Marie. She's doing exceptionally well with that makeup. She's skilled. It's like it's very much like it's a natural. You know what I mean? That's family. That's my children's mother. Also my better half. Real talk. That woman been in my life for 20 something years, man, and through thick and thin, and she doing her thing. So shout out to her. Shout out to my family down in Brooklyn. Anyway, like I was saying, like, so I'm just listening to this dude, like, and I'm like, yo, I never had a problem with this dude. Never. You know what I mean? Never had, you know what I'm saying? Even as a I'm not a fan, but even as a hip hop head and a viewer, like, I never had nothing against this dude. Now you coming for this dude. You coming for the big homie. And it's not just you coming at the big homie, you coming at the big homie's queen as well. Like, homie, like, I don't know what is it that, Love and Hip Hop, they not cutting you your checks. Like, you going broke. I don't understand, like, because if Beyonce can't sing, which we all know she damn sure could for a fact, and she been in the game for over 10 years, she's very much a legend, you know what I mean? An icon and a very great inspiration to a lot of black women out there and young black women. So if that's so much the case, if she can't sing, and you knowing how long she been in the game, why you wait till 2021 to speak on it or to so-called call her out on it? Why you didn't call her out on it the first time you ever heard her sing, which was in the early 2000s, probably the 1999 going into the 2000s. Know what I mean? That's how long she been relevant. You know what I mean? If that's the case and she can't quote unquote sing, why didn't you call her out all the way then? Why you wait till 2021? Like, and then on top of that, the situation that he's talking about how Hove is not the GOAT and Hove is not the greatest rapper or one of the greatest rapper that ever was alive. Like, homie, you're trash. Like, the only hit that you had was that stupid ass hit, and that was a stupid ass hit. That was on some like whoop whoop, pull up, my ass is too. Wait, what was it? Whoop whoop, pull over, that ass is too fat. That shit is whack, my nigga. Like, the only one that was popping like that for a fact back then, when it come down to that Miami shit, was Trina. And matter of fact, and that was real disrespectful when you talking about you put Trina on when you was on Love and Hip Hop, trying to flip it around and try to minimize and discredit her. Trina always had crazy quadruple hits. You had none, my G. She made you relevant because when she jumped on your motherfucking track and she was featuring in your shit, nobody didn't give a fuck who Trick Daddy was, nigga. Like, nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew who Trina was. Trina was popping. Trina, and that was the era where Little Kim, Queen B, Little Kim from Brooklyn, she was popping. She was relevant, of course, laying shit down. Then you had Trina. You know what I'm saying? Like my dude, like, sit your old ass down. Like, you know what I mean? And I mean that with the utmost respect. Yeah, I might be saying curse words, but I'm trying to say that with the utmost respect. Like, you're trying to make yourself relevant again. Because Trick ain't got no albums out. Not no albums that I heard. Not no albums that a whole lot of people didn't hear. So what albums you got out? What albums are you setting out? And you look washed up. Like, You don't even look like the same Trick Daddy that you did when you was a little younger. You know how like most black people like black really don't crack, and as even if they get older, they features mostly don't change. His face looked totally reconstructed. Like, sit your old ass down. Like, nigga, you irrelevant. Like, you trying to make yourself relevant. And out of all people to pick on, I can't even say pick, out of all people to want to go at for clout or to make yourself relevant, you choose the two most people out of all people that you about to open up a serious quadruple can of fucking worms. And the crazy part is, you ain't got no flow. They ain't even gonna, man, yo, you fucking with this dude that's known for having the most extravagant, most amazing wordplay and his flow. Then you got B, who she's amazing with her R&B and with her metaphor and with her wordplay as a R&B singer. Like, my dude, and them two are husband and wife, king and queen, a power couple on top of that. And they bread is crazy long. Crazy long. And it's like, I don't understand. This is why I'm not too much of a people's person, because of shit like that. It's a whole large percentage of people out there in the world that really think ass backwards. They really do. They think ass backwards, and it's sad. It's amazing. They think ass backwards for real. They don't use their brains. You know, even if you want to get on and you want to be relevant again, like, do something else. I mean, you was on Love and Hip Hop, Miami. Then you was on Love and Hip Hop, the reunion that they made, a little Love and Hip Hop reunion. Like, from what I can understand, from what I've been told, and from what I can understand, Love and Hip Hop, Mona Scott, they be cutting some real decent checks. So my thing is, what the hell you be doing with your money? So that means all that shit that they be showing on TV, on national television, that you be in these type of houses and all of that shit, like from what it's looking like to me, like, those are not even, those are rented. Or something's going on behind closed doors within your life that, you know, you want to make yourself relevant on some publicity stunt beef that you created to try to get real very well known again and get back in the spotlight. Oh, Trick Daddy beefing with Jay-Z. That's perfect. That's a perfect publicity stunt, trying to make yourself relevant again. Headline: Trick Daddy beefing with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, you must be super thirsty and desperate, and must be definitely going broke. You must be definitely going broke, my G. But yo, you better be prepared, because one thing about them, and they super clever. They super clever. They would demolish you and wash you up with just a wordplay on a track and destroy you. And I could see it now. They gonna come up with a track, one of those tag team, you know, Bonnie and Clyde, Hove and Jay-Z. You know how they do. They gonna get on a track together and they gonna go ham. I could see it coming now. I could see it coming now, yo.